Hey, amazing you. Welcome to Creating Your Life by Design. Welcome to Setting Impossible Goals. Impossible goals are goals you've never achieved before, goals that you've never seen anybody in your family achieve before, or you don't even know anyone close to you that has accomplished that. That can be challenging, right? Because you have no point of reference. And the interesting thing is, we all look at our story usually from a negative point of view. Not always, but sometimes. And I mean this, for example, perhaps you're one of those people that is putting things off. You are ignoring what needs to be done. You're doing everything else except what needs to be done. And let's look at let's look at this from a different point of view, from a joyful point of view, joyful increase, joyful multiplication, joyful enlargement, joyful building, joyful creativity. Where you are creating from a place of joy, a place of happiness, a place of contentment, a place of, you know what, this is happening. Because you can see it happening. And because you have made a decision, like today, watching this video, you know what? I'm going to get the right people around me and to support what I'm trying to accomplish. Because I cannot do this on my own. Any major company that you know, Apple, Netflix, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's business, any company that you can think of right now, Google doesn't run by itself. It's got so many people. And I'm not saying that you have to imagine doing something like that. All I'm saying is, who knows, maybe later you can. If you start now, right? Say, for example, you're a parent. You raise your children well. And they may not be perfect, but they're decent human beings. Do you know you have the capacity to be an amazing business owner, an amazing CEO? Because if you can manage that, come on, your people skills are over there. Yes, your people skills are really huge. Big companies, it's about big people skills. And I don't think Tim Cook in Apple manages everybody. He's got a team of leaders around him. Jeff Bezos, who's is not the key player now in Amazon, but he has about 9% share. He's the biggest shareholder. I was just checking some information. You know, he's doing something else in space, I think, from what I saw. He didn't build the company by himself. Anybody that you can think of. So as a small business owner or small medium sized business owner, the idea is, how can I get the right people to help me? So we're going to talk about becoming more visible, brand visibility, because on the last video I talked about setting impossible goals. Set impossible goals because they will just get you into this sense of adventure where you start to explore who you are, your possibilities, your options, where you're no longer stressed out about the little things. Okay, London can be noisy. I love my apartment, but it's in a busy area as well. But anyway, it's good fun. So anyhow, setting impossible goals is doing something you've never done before, accomplishing things you've never accomplished before. I'm going to propose to you, and I'm going to invite you to this adventure, to think about it and to consider even working with me on a high level, because I will give you my 100% attention. The days that we allocate to work together, that time is just where you know group coaching. It's high level coaching where we're working together and we are co-creating what you want to accomplish. This is about going into your zone of genius, understanding what you're great at, and understanding that this person coming alongside me is here to support me to accomplish my goals and dreams, make things happen that I didn't think were possible. Because isn't life about that, right? Listen, I highly recommend you go and binge watch. I repeat this. Binge watch Dr. Benjamin Hardy. He's here on YouTube. Hardy, that's his surname. He talks about 10x is easier than 2x. For example, you are making your turnover is 7 figures this year in your business. Instead of just thinking, okay, let's 2x next year to 2 million. What about 5 million, 8 million? Because when you go and watch those videos, you will understand why I'm even saying this. Because sometimes when I speak, you know, some people may think, oh, well, you know, she's just really optimistic. Optimism with the right knowledge is life-changing. When you know what's possible, if other people have done it, that means you can also do it. Of course, yes, we have to understand and accept everybody's different. We all have different resources. We all have different mental bandwidth. What may seem easy to somebody else can be stressful for somebody else. So here is my suggestion. If you're not really good at people skills, you're not really good at managing people, but you want to build an amazing business, get a coach to work with you, to speak to your team, to inspire them, to encourage them, to challenge them, to build them up, to help them understand their own abilities. Because sometimes, right, in a work environment, people feel limited. People have got so much going on and they need somebody who understands where they are. Because sometimes as leaders, we overlook what people are going through. And these people leave our companies, right? Because when you don't really care about people, you just think about the bottom line, you're missing out long term. Because when you have great employees, great team members, that's a great way to look at them, they will keep your business going for years. Yes? So, thinking bigger than you've done before. Because you'll be amazed when you challenge yourself what you can accomplish. I remember when I had to relocate from a little place somewhere in Zambia in Africa. It was like the daring adventure of my life. It's something I'd never done before. Relocating to the UK with a small family. I had never done that before. It was crazy. It was wild. I didn't even know anybody here. All I had was a belief that it is possible for me and that I can do this. And yes, some of you may take it for granted and assume it's easy peasy. It's not. For me, it wasn't. It was a huge adventure. It was scary. It was frightening. In fact, it took me 2 years before I finally made up my mind. Because I was leaving what was familiar to step into the unknown. Yes? Stepping into the unknown can feel scary. So I want to help you to understand that I understand where you're coming from and where you are and why you feel like, oh, I just want to control what I know. I just want to keep what I know. Here's another way to look at this. What got you here will not take you to where you're going next. What got you here, the knowledge, the skill set, the resources, will not be what takes you to where you're going. It's a different mindset. It's a whole different mindset. I keep adjusting, resetting. Yes? And setting myself bigger goals, something I've never done before. I came from a healthcare background and I decided after doing different things I did, handmade jewelry, I even attempted recruitment, I did direct sales, I did network marketing. I decided, you know what? I'm going to step into digital marketing and coaching. Creating your life by design, because on my journey I understood some things as I was walking through all these things. How I had to learn to believe in myself. It's not even if somebody else believes in me or doesn't believe in me, which goes either way. It's about me believing in myself. That I can step out of the comfortable, the known, and step into the unknown. I've done it before in a different way now. So I'm active on social media. You'll find me on TikTok. You'll find me on Facebook. I'm actually looking to start a Facebook group. So I bring some ideas and knowledge, and I love to do my research, learn from others who are doing bigger than what I'm doing. People have been doing something a little bit longer than me, because that's part of the learning and the growth, and that makes your life exciting. So listen, it is about understanding that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And you can dream a bigger dream. You can set a new standard for yourself. So we're going to talk about becoming more visible online. The only reason to become more visible online, for me anyway, is because you want bigger and better. You want to make a difference in your own family. Maybe you're the first business owner in your family. Maybe you're the first 7-figure business owner in your family. But it's about mindset. What is holding you back from getting into the next level, stepping into the next level? Is the fear of what you accomplished holding you back? Because you can do more. If you've already accomplished so far, you can do more. Here's another way to look at it. Do not worry about what you are losing. Think about what you are going to gain. Ooh, that is so spiritual. That's such a spiritual moment right there. Growth demands that we are willing to let go of what was and focus on where we are going. because it is a gain when you are willing to step out of the comfortable to step into the unknown. That is a huge gain. You become somebody else completely. Because I can understand being where you are, feeling stressed out, feeling like you have to manage everything from oh my goodness, you have to do all the sales, you have to do all the marketing, you have to bring in the business, you have to do all the social media, you have to do the email list. That is tiring. That is really tiring. That is really tiring. And the fear of, oh, will I lose a client? Holding on to the biggest client. What if that client can be replaced by a better one? You see, what I'm talking about is actually even spiritual concepts. Yes. There's a verse in the Bible that says Jesus came that you may have life and life more abundantly. The quality of life that is just heaven on earth. Where you're managing your relationships well. When something happens that you're not freaking out. You are in such a place of powerful rest. You are living in a place of heaven on earth that you're like, you know what? I'm not going to respond the way I used to be, but I'm going to sleep on this and I'm going to deal with this tomorrow. Because I'm going to take time to rest and reflect what is the best course of action. That is an amazing place to be, right? Where you're not responding to life circumstances from a place of stress, fear, but from a place of power. We're going to talk about brand visibility, being more visible online so you can attract more clients. Attracting more clients is more revenue. More revenue is a bigger life, more options. And you see, more money doesn't make you necessarily happy. In fact, it can create more problems. That is why working with a coach, if you decide to work with me, is about changing your perspective and changing the way you've been doing things so far, and respectfully deciding, you know what, I'm going to bring other people around me who've got different skill sets from me. Because it's not about people being better than you or smarter than you. They're just different. We all have our own zone of genius. Yes? We all have our own zone of genius. What you're really good at, and I like to call my coaching strength-based coaching, where we focus on what you're really good at. Where you enjoy, what makes you come alive, what makes you feel like I could do this for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, or the rest of my life, because you come alive when you are doing that. That's, even before you book a space with me, think about that. Think about it. What really makes me come alive? Because that's what I want to be doing. I want to be doing more of that. Why should I be wasting my time on stuff that stresses me out? That makes me feel like I'm not smart enough. Work on what you feel you're good at. Focus on that. Focus on that and then get a team around you. So working with me as a coach is about co-creating. Yes? Co-creating the ideal roadmap for you. Because we are reverse engineering. You decide this is where you want to be. So what actions do I need to be taking now? This is who I am. This is the kind of person I see myself in the future. Because you understand that your past is only information gathering and you can use it as a powerful resource for where you want to be. Because there are certain things you experience in your life. Listen to this. Let me actually wind back a little bit. Here's how to reframe your story. Look at your past, your story, as a powerful tool for information gathering. What was it growing up that you didn't like? That by all means you don't want that in your life anymore or in your future. What did you see with your parents? Because that's why we forgive and we release our parents. The knowledge they had is the knowledge they were exposed to. And you and I pick up habits from our parents that we have to decide. We are grateful for our parents. We recognize what they did that was good. Like in my case, I recognize the great thing my dad did. He moved me from a place that had a mindset, the people group, limited mindsets. Don't want to move, just want to stay in the same routine. And sadly to say, even now, years later, some of them are still in that kind of place. But my dad is my hero. Bless him, he's passed on now. He's on this other side of heaven. He decided, whether he was aware of it or not, he was giving me options. He raised me in a completely different area, which you would call a suburb area. an area where you had options, where you had experts living on the street. In fact, I remember growing up, one of my friends was English. Her parents were experts working in that city where I was raised, where I was born. Though my dad has his own challenges and flaws, just like we all do, I will never forget that he did that. That is so amazing for me, and I'm so grateful for that. So all of us have certain habits that we have to recognize and be aware that hold us in a certain way of thinking. And so it's about unlearning, unravel. That even if your parents had certain limitations, that doesn't mean you have to carry on with them. Maybe you're afraid of being successful and you're not even aware of it. Maybe you're afraid of what other people will say about you and you're not even aware of it. Maybe you're afraid of losing control and you're not even aware of it. This is important. Maybe you're aware that if too many people get to see you, they'll know how well you're doing, and you've got all sorts of fears. It is important to be aware of this, right? Because this is what helps us to transform and turn our pain into profit, our pain into power, our weaknesses into wealth. Because you decide, you know what, all along this journey of mine, this is what comes naturally to me. This is what I enjoy. I don't have to force myself to be somebody else because I've seen somebody else who is very strong in that area. I don't have to be like that. I can find the people. Yes, for a start, you may have to raise certain capital so that you can bring the right people around you to help you with sales and marketing, with the coaching, with human resources, with the finance. Yes? Ooh. Getting everybody in place so that you can accomplish more. And it doesn't have to be a lot of people. It can just be a few people. Because even like me, to be honest, I'm not one of those people who likes a lot of people around me. Maybe that may happen at some point, but right now, in this season of my life, I'd prefer to just have one or two people assisting me, supporting me. That's it. That's it. Because I'm the kind of person, when I'm fully involved in something, I'm fully there. Yes, so I had to learn that I'm not the kind of person that functions really well when there's too many people around me. I actually prefer some of my own time a whole lot. So let's quickly go. Brand visibility. How do you become more visible while still maintaining your sanity? Automate your social media marketing. You can use a website like Buffer, Buffer, for your content scheduling and distribution. Buffer, Buffer. There are many on the marketplace. You can check content scheduling software. Yes, and you can pick the best one. I like Buffer. I've known the company for a long time. I haven't even used it for a while. I want to start using it for some of my clients, but it's a company that's been around for a while. Then for your lead generation, you want to go to Canva and use the templates that are already there. Adjust them, please. Please make sure you adjust them. Yes, and then create your own ebooks with the information that you recognize. My main clients, my ideal clients, they need this kind of information. It doesn't even have to be a huge book. You can do the ebook on a weekend. I've got so many ebooks that I'm putting out this week. Some maybe next week. But anyhow, go to Canva. Canva is such a brilliant tool that even if you don't have a degree in graphic design, it is so helpful because templates are already there established for you. Even if you want to just start from scratch, no problem, but don't waste too much time in it. Because remember, I forgot to say this, we are talking about 10x, how to 10x your life and business. Yes, how to recover lost time, because sometimes people live in regret. Oh, I wish I did this earlier, and they're trying to make up for lost time. You don't want to come from that place, that kind of energy. You want to come from a place of power. Like, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. And I know some of you have already done your research. By the time you're watching my video, you've already done your research. So welcome to my video. I appreciate you. So Canva is really good. If you want to, slow down, maybe let go of some people and redesign your brand, go to Canva. There's so many templates on there. You may feel lost in there. If you want to do a presentation, Canva can help you with that. So we've talked about social media, lead generation, using ebooks as a tool. You'll hear a lot of information online, but it's still a tool that works because it gives people a chance to consume content, to get to know more about you. Because people, before they make a decision to work with you, they will consume a lot of content Some don't. Some people decide they see you once. I have people who've seen my videos once and they're like, I really like what you're talking about. I think you're the right person to work with me. But this is the marketing research. Some people prefer to consume a lot of content from you. That is why you need to be visible. Yes? So let me just go back a little bit. Let me actually rephrase and start this way. Let's get your website up and running and make sure it's mobile friendly. Your mobile needs to be mobile friendly because especially now in the summer, for restaurants, for health and wellness, for fitness, those of you who are into the gym, those of you who are into, health and fitness, for every age group or over 40, people will be looking on their mobile phones while they're on the bus, while they're walking, while they're at the shops, while they're waiting in line. People will be using their mobile phones. You already know this. So make sure your website is mobile friendly and highly responsive. Not too much friction where people have to struggle to find information. Oh, and another thing, which I find even for me, make sure you schedule or you set your pop-ups that invite people to subscribe to your newsletter, to your email list. It has to be after somebody has read some information at least. There is nothing so frustrating as going onto a website, you haven't even read anything on the website, to make a decision, a pop-up comes up. It is so obstructive. If you're watching this and you don't know this, here it is. I'm a consumer telling you. That is probably why you're not getting a lot of conversions, because the pop-up comes up too quickly. Yes, you're asking people for the email address. They haven't even really had a chance to consume the content. So if you are struggling with this, listen, get in touch with me, sign up to on my website so that we can update your content, because it's amazing how little tweaks will change your conversion rate, will explode your conversion rate, because it is so tiny. It is easy to miss. Yes, so we need to make sure, if you want people to sign up to your email list, they've had a chance to read some of the information on your website. That is really important. Okay, another thing, because, oh, by the way, let me just say, your website is your platform. You hear a lot of other information. If you're a coach, absolutely, you don't even need a website. But it is good to claim your space in the cloud. Yes? Online, your website is such an important tool. It's your platform. And if you are sharp and you are like, if anything goes wrong with this website, I would even have 3 websites. 3, 4, 5, it's up to you. So that no matter what happens, you've got another website, that's up there that people can still find you. Yes? This is about 10x. Remember, we're talking about 10x, thinking bigger, so that no matter what happens, your customers can still find you. So your website, yes? I'm just writing this down because it helps me also to remember my trend of thought. Then your email list. So when you've put your information on your website, when you've asked the writer, you can ask me to organize all this. That's why as a business coach, we look at all these different moving parts of your business and coordinate everything so that there's harmony. You want to be collecting your email addresses rather, building your email list, because your email list is powerful. I don't need to tell you this, but people are selling their email lists for millions. It's such an asset. Do not just think it's about your website. Your email list is a powerful asset. And it has to be friendly. Yes? It can't be imposing and cold and people don't feel connected. You need to be sharing stories in your email list. Yes? This is important information. And you must oblige by the laws of the area that you live in. Yes? No clickbait. Clickbait is a waste of people's times. And Google now has where people can unsubscribe ordinary email lists. People can just unsubscribe you. Yes. So make sure the email list that you are collecting is not to spam people or sell the email lists. There are people who do that, but there you go. You have to decide you want to be a person who wants to be in the marketplace for a long time. You don't want to be making unnecessary mistakes and unnecessary decisions. Okay, so your email list, then your social media marketing. Your social media marketing, I've got these emails that are coming in. So many people looking for somebody to manage their social media. Here's what I highly recommend. If you're a business owner, you're based in the UK, United States, Canada, New Zealand, wherever you are in the world, have some understanding how to do your social media. Here's what I highly recommend. Get an account or update and refresh your LinkedIn account, your LinkedIn profile, your YouTube account, your Instagram account, your Facebook account. On your Facebook account, make sure you set up a page, a Facebook page. You also set up a Facebook group. This is going to help you. People are, they're finding profitable, they're building profitable Facebook groups. I haven't even started one, but these are ideas because I do my research. What is working, what's not working. Yes, get your TikTok account up and running. I know there's some challenge going on in the United States right now about TikTok potential ban. Don't worry about it. Make the most of it while it's still here because of the speed at which you get fans and followers. Yes, interacting with you. This is really important. Which other one I haven't I mentioned? Pinterest, open account. Open account on all these. You'll hear different stories and different advice. I'm talking about 10x. And that you are going to find somebody to manage this for you later on. Yes, that your part, set all the accounts up, take a while and just decide for yourself, because I can understand this. I've been in the online space for a while. That sometimes you may feel overwhelmed, but if you put everything in place, you put the system in place, it guarantees a better outcome later on. Because you've done it now, you don't have to worry about it. Because even if you start, right, on all of these and you give yourself a goal to make sure you have at least 100 followers on all these accounts. And there's a way to do this. Do not freak out. Do not freak out. Yes, we're talking about 10x. Getting everything in place so that you don't have to worry about it and you can focus on building. Another one I forgot to add is Twitter, or X as it is now. Or even, let's say, 50 followers on each of the accounts. Because you'll have some understanding, and it just helps when you start it and then you add somebody else. You have an idea what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, because you are going 10x. Yes, this, you see, what I love about this is it eliminates unnecessary distractions, because I know what that is like. I can binge watch Netflix because I'm just like, I can't be bothered. You know, I totally understand. It can be so overwhelming. But here's the thing. When we do the work up front, it becomes easier later on. Yes? I've got my website for digital marketing. Sometimes I hardly get any interactions. But I know it's there, and I'm busy doing content everywhere else. When somebody is ready, they find me. Because I'm not like, I have to get every sale. I have to get every sale. No. I'm 10xing my life. I'm getting interactions from my YouTube account. I'm getting interaction from my TikTok account. I'm getting interaction from my Facebook account. Does that make sense? I'm getting interaction from my email list. I'm getting interaction from my coaching sessions. So whichever way, there's no way I can lose, because I've got everything in place that the right people can find me. The right people can connect with me. That's what I mean. Because I think too many people get overwhelmed and confused and feel like, oh, I have to do this. Here it is, here as a coach. It's the freedom about what you want to accomplish, where you want to go. Not about what everybody else is doing. It's like, you know, in high school, we have to really get rid of that, right? Where we're just watching what everybody else is doing. No, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? And where do you want to be? And somebody else has already done it. Yeah, so you can start where you are and build from where you are. So I've talked about all these different platforms. Here's some more ideas I want to give you. Because I want to give you the highest possibility that there is no way you can look back. I want you to get into your breakthrough moment where you can never look back because you have done something has shifted in you. You're like, you know what? I can do this. Yes, where you believe in yourself. If you don't feel like you believe in yourself, I want to challenge you and encourage you that if you're willing to take action, the actions that I've talked about even now, there is no way things will be different. Everything will start to change, because I'll also invite you to a challenge that I'll be doing for 5 days. Very powerful challenge. If you want to know more about this, leave me a message, and according to the numbers, this challenge will be up and running, limited spaces. And I'm not talking about the scarcity mindset. I'm talking about taking action, because I know what it's like. When you take action, I'll give you 5 days. Taking action, nothing complex, just really simple, everyday action. You'll be amazed for yourself. I've seen this over and over again. Over and over again. When I decide to commit, that's it. I start noticing a difference. Like here on my YouTube channel, I'm expecting it to keep growing. I've got like 104 subscribers at the moment. But guess what? It was only in March, probably around the 20th. Though I opened the account around 2017, I didn't really do much with it. I posted a video here and I wasn't really committed to it. But then I decided in March, you know what? I'm going to do this every single day. And every day, it's almost like for every video, a new subscriber, every video, a new subscriber. And it may not seem much at the moment, the ratio, when you do the numbers, those of you are math geniuses. But this is going to be here for a while. And it will be part of my story. People can look back and go, oh my goodness, when you started, it was like this. Oh my goodness, that was your first videos. So I'm already building my own social proof. Does that make sense? Yes? Just get started, because sometimes we get overwhelmed with, oh, I heard this. That is why you have to sit down and think for yourself, what do I really want to accomplish? Where do I really want to be? What really matters for me in this season? Yes? And you now start getting rid of unnecessary distractions. Binge watching social media in the name of I'm posting on social media, been there, done that. In the end, you're like, I haven't even accomplished what I wanted to do. That is why you step back to go back into your zone of genius. What problems do I really solve? Yes? What solutions do I provide in the marketplace? Am I helping people to escape their nightmare and live in a different reality? Am I bringing them joy? So you have to really reconsider and think, what am I doing really? Yes? Because that's how you put your heart and soul into everything that you're doing. And you don't become a statistic, your business shut down. I know business is closed for different reasons. It could be it was the wrong business model for you, or the industry is going through a major change, or there are disruptors, unicorns in that industry. It could be a whole lot of reasons, and you have to really be honest with yourself and check things out. And I know sometimes we don't even have the time to do the research. That's why, as a business coach, my idea and part in your world supporting you is I do the research and I'm checking what's working, what's not working, and what are people talking about, what are the rising trends, what do people care about right now, what is important to people right now. Yes, one of the websites I use, I'll just drop it for you here, is Exploding Topics. If you want to know which are the best products to be selling online now, go to Exploding Topics, www.explodingtopics.com. That will give you an idea. You can also go on Google Trends. Do not think of anything just out of your own ideas. That's one of the mistakes entrepreneurs think, because it's what you like. It's what people want, what people are searching for. That's what makes it easier for you right now. Yes? It's what people are already searching for. So you just jump into the flowing river, right? It's already running. It's already flowing. Why start something that is too hard? Yes? If you feel like it's not got to do with your convictions, I can guarantee, whatever your convictions are, there is a product or a service in the marketplace, then somebody's already doing it. If you are a faith-based person, I'm going to post a video for those of you who are Christians, who are believers, businesses that you can step into right now, because you may feel like, oh, certain things I don't agree with them. Absolutely, I can agree. I'm a person of faith too. There's some industries I would not even touch them with a barge pole. I would not even go near it. Everybody has their own thing. That's the freedom of life. Yes, we all have what we care about, what matters to us. Yes? So you have to decide, according to your convictions, what products or services can you go into? And will they support the person you have already decided you are becoming?